them to emulate us. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lee. Turning to the Alberta Chambers of Commerce, Ken Colby. Welcome,
morning, Mr. Chair. Thanks to the committee members for inviting me this morning to present on behalf of the Alberta Chambers of Commerce. For those of you that don't know, the Alberta Chambers of Commerce is a volunteer federation of 126 community chambers in the province of Alberta, who in turn represent in excess of 24,000 businesses in the province, and approximately 95% of those members are small and medium-sized enterprises. I guess what I'm here today is I'm not here to ask for money, okay? And as my colleague have mentioned earlier, I'm here to urge caution to the Government of Canada. When you're setting your budget for this coming year, be aware of the impact of cumulative effects and cumulative layering of costs on businesses. Certainly in Alberta, we're going through some issues right now with the oil industry being at a dramatic low-level price of oil. One thing that doesn't get a whole lot of press play is the small and medium-sized enterprises that are currently suffering. Those small and medium-sized enterprises go the way of the oil. And right now, they are not feeling that there's a whole lot of attention being paid to them and the issues that they're facing. I would ask you to avoid layering costs on top of business in Alberta. We are obviously feeling the effect of a low loonie, which affects input costs for most small and medium-sized enterprises. We've recently had an increased corporate tax rate going up by 2%. And again, that is only affecting large companies, some people would say. But however, small and medium-sized enterprises in the province of Alberta are fed by larger corporations, and if their corporate taxes increase, the amount of money that goes to small and medium-sized enterprises obviously decreases. We're facing uncertainty as far as our minimum wage goes. As you probably know, we're going from $10.20 to $15 an hour by the year 2018, which adds a dramatic cost onto small and medium-sized enterprises. It does not only affect those who are paying at the minimum wage, but also those who are paying above minimum wage, because there's always pressure to increase. As was pointed out by the previous presenter, we're also faced with increased municipal taxes, which is all a cost that is burdened on to businesses in the province. We're also facing an increase in carbon tax. Our province has had a long-standing carbon tax that is going from $10 per ton up to $30 per ton within the next 3 years. Edmonton Chamber of Commerce had a great release just yesterday, and I would echo their words. When it comes to what the Government of Canada is doing when you're drafting your budget, stop, look both ways, and think before you tax. On the issue of infrastructure, we support targeted infrastructure stimulus spending. I would ask you, and we've heard a lot of comments around the issue of being shovel ready. I would ask you instead to be shovel smart. Look at the investments that will have a long-term economic impact. What infrastructure spending would provide long economic impact? Target those areas of the country that require stimulus and help. Rex Murphy put it about 6 or 7 years ago that when the cod fishery collapsed, the government didn't build an LRT in Saskatoon. So I would ask you again, target those areas of the country that need assistance, need a little bit of a kickstart on their economies. Obviously, coming from Alberta, the biggest infrastructure project that could go ahead that would not affect or cost the Government of Canada any money is obviously the construction of pipelines, because that would obviously put a ton of money into the economy, and it would also have we have no control over the price of gas and oil. I mean, that's a world commodity, but with access to markets other than the United States, we could maximize and receive full market value in the global marketplace. And it would have a side benefit of probably reducing the cost of energy in Eastern Canada, given the amount of oil and natural gas that's currently imported into Canada. I would use this time period that we're going through with higher unemployment rates to take the time and fix our immigration system. We need, when we rebound, and we will. In my lifetime, I've seen this rodeo about 4 times. And when we rebound, we will need access on a timely basis to immigrants that can help us with the labor shortage that we're certainly to see when we come out of this thing. Think it out and develop it right so we don't have another program where the rules are changed every 6 months. Our full submission is available on the website at abchamber.ca. We've also submitted a full copy. I believe the committee's received it. And again, I would sum up my presentation by do no harm in this budget, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Colby. And the submission that you submitted will be transmitted to all members after it's translated. So thank you very much. A lot of good information there.